I got if you go to the penitentiary, man, you gonna get hit.
Back in the days, it took a village.
Each one, out of them 18,
The village is needed.
14 of those charges carry a life sentence.
Because you can't fight.
Yeah, because you can't fight. That's all you know how to do is shoot.
But they are not going to where they need to go to get the real solution.
I want to take it back to, by you being an educator, what is the parents' involvement? When I say the parents' involvement, do you see a high parent involvement when it comes to things like parent-teacher conferences, coming and pick up those grades to check them out, or even just building a relationship with the teacher? It's through the roof, correct?
No, it's not. So parent-teacher conference, I'll sit there for like 4 hours and have four parents come.
4 parents
out of 100. I have like 120 maybe, because I'm the art teacher for the whole. So out of that, it'll be like 4 parents.
So 4 parents out of 100. I want you to look in that camera right there and say that again. 4
parents out of 100.
Ask them where the parents at.
All right, where is the parents? I don't like to blame the parents because I'm a single parent, but yeah, the parents are not in. Yeah.
We're not gonna blame the parents. I mean, we're just gonna ask them like, where you at the time being?
For real,
where you at the time being? So, with 4 parents coming out of a potential 100, like, what type of effect does that have, like, on your students? Like the relationship you have with them, and even their grades, like the impact of just the whole shebang.
I feel a lot of our kids are trying to get it on their own. So they figuring out life at a point where they really need their parents. They figuring it out on their own. So I hardly talk to parents. When I call, they don't answer. I email, they don't answer. So the kids are basically trying to figure out everything. So I got to be that coach. I got to be that person to tell them, keep going, keep going. This is why you got to keep going, And it kind of get frustrating because I'm like, I got to be the teacher, the counselor, the parent, everything. But I mean, it's something that we got to do.
So you like a one woman village.
Yes.
So you are the village.
Yes, they love me. They love Miss Bailey. But yeah, it's something else.
All right, cool. So let me move back over to Sister Chrystal. Like, as far as like your children when they were in school, I hate to put you on the spot, but how is your involvement? Do you reach out to their teachers? Do you check in with them? Do you try to build a relationship? And if it's no,
I'm gonna piggyback off of her. Like I was a single parent of 5 children, 1 mother. I work. So it's kind of hard to be at every parent-teacher conference for 5 children. It's kind of hard to show up all the time. But I've been to parent-teacher conference. I've been to football practices. I've been to basketball games. I've been involved.
Nice.
I've been involved.
Nice. So I see I see what you did there. so you laid out them obstacles first.
Yes.
But then you said, hey, I'm going through these obstacles though.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
That's why I don't fault the parents, because I know it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So look, let me ask this, because I've heard from you two that it's hard, and even on our page, we had somebody comment and state that there needs to be more creative ways to engage parents, teachers. Do you have any creative ways, or maybe do you have any advice for any parents out there as far as the importance of coming to these meetings, or being involved in their kids' lives and things like that?
I am willing, even because I know a lot of parents be at work during the day. So I am willing to, if they need to see me like outside hours, it's not school hours. So just like this, we got a community garden. I'm willing for any parent to pull up. We can build a relationship and have a village, because it's very important for these kids. So I'm the type of teacher, you can text me. Like, I'm open because I feel for the kids, and I feel like it takes a village, because I have my own kids and it's hard, so I know how it is. So I have my own kids, I'm a teacher, so I know about the times of the day. So we can come to the garden, we can meet, we can talk, we can do whatever. So anytime outside of school, I'm open, because parents not able to come up to the school, they're at work.
Okay, all right. before we shut this thing down, I know there's a new initiative going on in St. Louis right now where some of the rec centers are staying open a tad bit later in hopes to curb like some of the potential violence and make safe havens for the youth in St. Louis. What are your thoughts on that?
The rec centers, I think it's a good idea. It's a good start. It's a good point where we can try to see if they make a difference. But at the same time, I'm thinking that some of these students or some of these kids that are actually getting into the violence, gun violence, gang violence, all of that, they might not be going to the community centers. So how will we reach the teens that's not going to the community centers? That's the thing. It's like, we're going to have to come at a different angle because we've been having community centers. We've been doing all of that. So now it has to be a point where we are reaching teens that have actually went out of that circle of having those after school programs and all of that stuff. We need to reach them where they at. So maybe go to the neighborhoods, maybe try to find people that they look up to and try to grab them. Like, we need to find different ways.
Okay. So not more non-traditional ways of, getting to where we need to be is what you're saying.
Yes.
And I think your input on that is very valuable, seeing how you're with, students and kids, like I say, about 9 months out of a year, more than their parents and probably more than political figures and things of that nature. So I think your opinion weighs heavy. So I heard you say something in regards to how do we reach the kids that are outside of the after school programs and might not want to do the rec centers? What does that child look like? What is their persona like? Who is that child to you?
That child to me is somebody who feel like they had to be older than what they are. There's a lot of teens out there who feel like they are older than the rec center. They passed the rec center. They're grown, like in their mind. So I feel like we need to reach them because they're not going to those rec centers. They're not going to the after school programs. They are grown. They working jobs or they working on, they selling, illegal stuff, scamming, all of that because they are grown. Like they had to have a responsibility. So we need to reach those who are outside of the rec center, who are actually feeling like they're adults. They've been fending for themselves. They had to get it on their own. Those are the ones who are going to fall into the trap of gun violence, drugs, gangs, those things, because they have had to grow up too fast or been neglected or nobody was paying attention. Those are the ones that we need to kind of address.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid. You want to piggyback on that?
I would say the ones that they showing on the news. Those are the ones that's not. I believe because I went out there. Me and Ashley went out there trying to kind of chaperone to see what's going on and just be an adult out there for the kids. And I feel like those kids, they're not going. They're more of teen kickback. They want to party, that type of. They're not trying to, unless that's what you're going to do at the rec centers.
Maybe, yeah.
So you're thinking like throw a
party,
a kickback situation. Come there, let them live it up, but in a safe manner.
In a safe manner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard. Why is that hard?
And we
had Saints.
We did.
Had places.
We had Saints. We had little teen clubs. and all of those things are shut down now. So that's why they're in the streets. They have nowhere to go. They don't have everything is closed down for them.
Okay. And last thing that we want to talk about, actually it's not really a talk about thing. It's pretty much, I want y'all to look in the camera. I want y'all to give y'all peers a message and talk to the teens, talk to the parents, and talk to the political figures. I'll give y'all a second to think about that one. Take a second to think about that one.
I'm going to let you talk.
You gonna let me talk?
Yeah, because I get flustered.
Oh,
you get flustered? Okay, well, we're going to let her talk first, and then we're going to let you proceed with the flustering.
Okay, so first I'm going to address the political figures, and then I'm going to go down them. Okay. My message to the political figures. So there's someone specifically who said that they had a team And so they went to the horse's mouth. When I saw that, I was like, okay, they have a teen, they went to the horse's mouth. But their teen is not like the teens that we are talking about. Their teen has a parent who is a political figure. So they're around a certain atmosphere that is totally different from the teens that we are talking about. This parent probably has a college education, has a certain salary and things like that. And some of our teens might not have all of that, or might not even be around those type of people. So I feel like that person who made that statement, they need to kind of go to the people like the grassroots people, or the people who are actually in the neighborhoods, who have teens who have been in trouble, or the educators who are around these teens, or actually find you some teens that are in the hood and probably talk to them and try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so when they made that statement, their teen is not like the teens that we are addressing. And I feel like a lot of times these politicians might be high up and feel like they have solutions, but they are not going to where they need to go to get the real solutions. And I feel like a lot of times we are not proactive, we're reactive. So we're all about lock up, or blame. And we need to be proactive. We need to give value to our teens. We need to give proper role models. We need to figure out how they're thinking, how they're feeling, and kind of just steer them in the right way as a village, like we said. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then to the parents. A lot of times they want to blame the parents. And when they want to blame the parents, I kind of get mad because I'm a parent of a teenager. And single parent and trying to do everything that I can, you know. So when we blame the parents, it kind of makes me mad, but at the same time, we do need to be accountable. So at the same time, we do need to know where our teens are. We do need to be having their locations. We need to be talking to them. We need to be trying to mold them and guide them. But at the same time, we also need to be compassionate to single parents, to people who are trying their best, to parents that are out there working, who can't be all eyes. We need to go back to being a village, okay? And then to the teens, since I'm an educator, I want to say that I really care about them. I want to know everything about them. I want to figure out how can we get past teen violence? How can we get past gangs? How can we get past guns? I want to know, like, why? Like, I'm the type of person who always asks why. Like, they'll come to me, I just had a fight, or I did this, I did that. Why? I want to know why. How do you feel? What's going on? So to the teens, I want to know why. I really think that we should sit down and figure out why at the end of the day and listen to the teens. And that's pretty much it.
Go ahead, flood it away.
Well, I'm just gonna say, for politicians, I feel like you're reaching out to the wrong people. You gotta come to where it's scary at. Plain and simple. It's gonna be scary. It might be scary, but so what? You gotta go. That's how we're gonna save these babies, you know. And they're fearless. So we need to be more. We got to be fearless like them, and let them know that us parents, politicians, we're there and we care, and we need to stop criminalizing these kids as well, you know. And I really don't know what else to do, because I want to say a lot, but I can't.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
No,
you
I
can.
can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
This is one of those platforms. You can say whatever you want to say.
I just feel like we need to do better. We need to do better. Politicians, come and meet the real people. Meet them so we can get these solutions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look. Let me ask this. You say politicians come and meet the real people. Look, I'm going to put myself in the shoes of a politician. If I were a politician, how do I do that? How do I meet the real people? How do I come to where it's scary at? You got to sound like the boogeyman out here somewhere. How do I come see the boogeyman?
Come after business hours.
Correct.
Come
After business hours. They be trying to get out of there before it get dark. Like, stay outside. Like, stay outside. Talk. You know.
Don't talk at the kids. Talk to them,
Yes,
with
and
them, and listen. You know, and that's like I said. My teenagers. I asked them. They said, no one listens to us. Nobody listens. They make decisions for us, and no one listens to us.
Okay. All right, so look, with that being said, I'm going to say I appreciate you ladies inviting us to the garden today. If everybody watching, y'all see us moving constantly, that's because these skeeters are skeetering
Right.
today. We can tow up. But no, seriously, we appreciate y'all today.
Thanks.
We're going to get this information out. And
Yes, it was a big one on
They're skeetering.
hey, that's a wrap.
Alrighty.
That's a wrap.